Yo, what is going on, everybody? So I have a very, very special guest in the car for us today. Now, you have like the world's coolest job, Olivia. But before we get into that, I just tell people like where we're at, how we met, because we not in the normal. This wasn't the normal thing. Like we put this together like on like a fast break. So tell the people where we're at.
Come on now. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Liv West. Right now, we are in the vet. We're in the vet. We're in Akeem's car, and we are actually in Indianapolis, Indiana. There's a supplier diversity conference going on today that I'm emceeing. Tomorrow, Akeem is speaking at it, and we just need to tap in, coordinate a couple things. We're also hosting a pitch competition together, which we still haven't talked about, but don't worry.
We haven't.
we will get to that, no doubt. Definitely the most fun on the move interview I've ever done. Come on now.
I like to do a little something fun, but you get to interview some real special people. So I just want you to first just tell me like, first I want you to tell the people what you do, but then I want you to just rewind like all the way back to like when you were playing basketball and just tell me like your story of how you got to be the Olivia today.
Okay, so hi everyone, I'm Olivia West. I'm originally from this small town in northern Indiana. Listen, it's so small that sometimes I'll be like, I'll tell people and they'll be like, oh, where's that at? I was like, exactly. But it's a small town, great people there. I love my family. I grew up playing basketball, showing horses and showing pigs, actually.
Showing horses and pigs?
Showing horses and pigs, yes.
What does that mean, showing? Like,
yeah, what that means is that I took them to the fair and I'd walk my pig around the circle and the judge would stand in the middle and say, man, that's a good looking pig. First place. Or that's not a good looking pig.
They still do that?
They still do it.
Oh,
do that.
wow. I thought
We're in Indiana, man.
I thought that was only on TV.
No, it's not. It's not. It's real
like
life.
Charlotte's Web.
It's not Scarlet's Web. No, but for real, that's
so
what I
cool.
grew up doing, showing horses and pigs. And I had a horse. He's still alive, but I just don't have him anymore. His name's Mickey, and I would ride him, and I would look pretty, sit there and make it look pretty. And
that honestly sounds like a dream.
It was great. It was really remarkable. It taught me just so much about character, having character, being a hard worker, right? Yeah. I think we credit sports for a lot of that, but I learned it at the barn. I really learned it at the barn. I learned it on the court too, but if I'm being honest, y'all, I don't really think that I found my voice until I got to like college.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that? What was it about college that just like clicked?
I had a choice to make in college, and I think we all have that choice to make sooner or later of who are we going to be. Mine happened in college. Mine happened after I had hurt my ankle playing basketball at the co-rec. Our co-rec is the gym, right? I had hurt my ankle playing basketball, and I had a lot of time to sit down.
And this was at Purdue?
This was at Purdue, yes. I got my undergrad from Purdue University, and I studied agricultural economics with a focus in sales and marketing. And yeah, I don't know, I got bad grades, and I
know a little bit something about that.
Yeah, did you used to have bad grades?
Bad grades, they kicked me out of school. I lost my whole scholarship. I had a full ride scholarship to Howard, studying chemical engineering, lost the whole thing. I couldn't even recover, they were so bad.
Man, but that's the thing, sometimes God's got a better plan. Actually not sometimes. God always has a better plan, right? But it's whether or not we want to be aligned with that plan. And
sometimes you need a little storm to get you in aligned with where you were supposed to be.
Yeah.
That's what I find.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you get these bad grades in college. And
Get these bad grades. I had plenty of time to think about my bad grades because my ankle was hurt. And so I'm at home, and in that moment, I decided who I was going to be. And I said, I'm going to be someone who is worth knowing. I'm going to be someone that is going to become so valuable that you want to know who I am because I'm going to be able to help you. And so I had a lot of work to do. So I started sitting in the front in class. I started going to a bunch of different club and organization meetings. And first I participated, and then I started to lead them. And then I found my voice. I said, hold on, I can be fun and effective.
Wow.
I can be helpful, and it can be profitable.
And prior to the grades and getting hurt, like you were really just on the court. Like that's all you really focused on. Like you weren't focused on the grades, you weren't in all these clubs.
No, I mean, actually in college, I didn't play basketball for Purdue. I just played basketball at the gym at Purdue. So I was actually just joshing around. And I mean, sometimes when you don't move with purpose, injuries happen. or sometimes you're not moving at all. Sometimes you're just so darn stagnant, right? And when I got hurt and got bad grades, I had a choice to make. And that choice was, okay, become who you were called to be, or just be be less than what you're able to be. And I said, yeah, I made my decision, and I'm gonna try to become what God has called me to be. And that's someone who's a leader, that's someone who's proactive, that's someone who is someone of high effort and integrity. And so I started to move like that.
And so talk to me about, because you go into a career, right? But then recently, like, I feel like you're becoming who you were meant to be. But talk to me, like, how you got into your career, and then how you started to find the opportunities that really just moved you into your mission.
Opportunities will always come to people who provide value. So if you just focus on providing value, those opportunities will come.
Yes.
Move as a person with integrity. Move as a person who can help solve problems. And how do you do that? How do you solve problems? You read, you listen, you ask good questions, and you follow up. You always got to follow up. I cannot tell you.
Follow up, boy.
Ooh, that follow up will make or break your life, your paycheck, your heart, everything.
Every
right?
time. And so, like, I want you to, so tell people what you do now, because, and how you started doing it. And really, I want you to hit too on the follow-up piece, because, I tell a lot of stories about, some of the people that I've met and opportunities that I have. And I always try to focus on, I'm like, look, all this fun stuff happened, but then I went home and I had to call and I had to email again and again and again before the opportunity actually came all the way through to fruition. So just tell us that story about how you got into this, a moment that you're in now, and what it took.
Yeah, so what I do now, y'all, is I am the in-game host for the Indiana Pacers NBA team and Indiana Fever WNBA team, in which we had the #1 draft pick in 2023, and we're going to get the #1 draft pick here in 2024 on April 15th. So depending on when this comes out, we may or may not have 2 #1s.
Man, you hear that? The NBA and WNBA hosts, like, killing the game. And what's so crazy to me, it's not like you were hosting for 50 years, you know what I'm saying, prior to this. So tell me the story of, like, how it happened.
I've been hosting for 15 months, but the thing is, and people always say this, you're
Wait. Say it one more time for the people.
I have been hosting for 15 months.
And the reason I wanted you to say it is when you're called to do something, like, it happens quickly. Like, you all of a sudden, all the obstacles move out the way, all the opportunities move into alignment, and next thing you know, it's just like, whoa, look at where I was a year ago and look where I'm at now. It's it's unbelievable. So I'm sorry, go ahead and tell the story.
And that's why it's so incredibly important to stay ready, so you don't have to get ready. Because the reality is, luck is when opportunity meets preparation, right?
That's exactly
right.
Luck
is when opportunity meets preparation. And honestly, I've always kind of known I had this gift of gab, this gift to be able to tell stories and articulate well, but I didn't have a good opportunity yet to do it. And so I needed an organization who trusted me.
Yeah.
I needed stuff to say. I needed brands to talk about. I needed fans to hype up, right? And fortunately, the Indiana Fever in 2023 gave me that opportunity. Now, did I have to ask for it? Yes. Did God absolutely, especially grant me uncommon favor in the right place, the right time and season to do it? Yes. But you also have to have the skills and the integrity then to be consistent, right? So how that happened is short, because it's a crazy God story, and I'm so grateful.
Give me the crazy version.
Yeah.
I want to hear it.
Okay, all right, crazy version. I was sitting in the stands watching the Indiana Fever in 2022, and I was sitting there, and I felt the Holy Spirit say, get involved. I said, all right, how do you do that? Because I don't know anybody in sport. I'm not in sport. And so I said, okay, let me stay after and find someone to meet. The last person that was there that day was the COO of the organization. So of course I knew who she was, but she didn't know who I was yet. So very quickly I went up and introduced myself. Said, hi, I'm Liv West. I love this team and I'm so happy to be here. This is the team I watched when I was growing up. I idolized the players and I'm just happy to be here. That's what I said. Wow. We exchanged a couple things. Hey, where you from? Blah, blah, blah. Thanks for being here. Asked for a card. That's great. It ended there. Well, then guess what? I showed up to the next game. And then I said, hey, how's it going? How's it going? And then that's when I got the vision. When one of my friends was actually hosting the game. He's like a local celebrity. And he was hosting. I said, hey, do you do this all the time? And he's like, no, not all the time, but sometimes, and it's super fun. So I looked at his cards and I said, that's what I want to do. I want to host. And so I asked them if I could host, and they said, no, we don't need anybody. I said, okay.
Rejection.
Rejected. But you know what no means? Just means next opportunity.
Amen.
And so I took my next opportunity the next year, And I said, hey, you guys need to host this year. And the COO said, I'm not sure, but my team will reach out if we do. Well, guess what? A couple days later, someone reached out and said, hey, we need a host.
The timing. Divine timing.
And even then, though, I'm not even going to pretend like I was ready. It's not like I had a speaker reel. I didn't have any of that stuff. But what I had was that work ethic and that commitment. And so what I told the team is I said, hey, y'all, I've never done this before, but I'm super coachable. I love the game. I love this community. And I'm excited. I'm willing to learn. And that was enough.
Wow.
That was enough. Boom. Contract signed. Indiana Fever in-game host. That's the first time I'd ever hosted was WNBA.
Listen to that. Like, the first time you ever hosted professional sports team. And this is what I always tell people. Like, to me, it's so incredible when you take those chances. You just see opportunity. Like, you know what? I ain't got no business being here, but I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it anyway. And like, I love telling my story of how, you know, I did something similar where I went to an event where Diddy was at, this before all the stuff happened.
Oh, gosh. No Diddy.
This is before no Diddy. And I literally rapped my way into pitching my business to him in a rap music competition. It's like, I have no business being here, but I did it anyway, and ultimately it got me on Shark Tank and all these deals and introduced me to all these people. And it's like, when you just, you know, I want you to just take me back to that mindset when you just, the Holy Spirit, as you put it, right, spoke to you in that moment, say, just stay behind, like, and just find someone. Like, what was your mindset like at that moment? Because I think for a lot of people, they would have heard that voice say, stay behind, and they say, oh, I'm not staying behind. Like, no one's gonna talk to me. Like, why? What would I do that for? I need to go home. It's gonna be traffic. Like, what was it that you listened to the voice?
Well, I think that we're always our best when we listen and then respond. You know, especially as a speaker, as someone who does have a voice, and I love to use it, right? Because it is my gift. I was desperate to hear from God because that's who I live my life for. And I don't necessarily know what I was made to do, but I know whose I am. And I just trusted, that God had a plan for me and gave me gifts to accomplish what he needed me to accomplish. And listen, the end goal is not to just host and talk about basketball. It's to show his loving kindness to others, right? That's what I'm truly made to do. But this is a vehicle and vessel that's important that I can help do that, right?
100. It's all about stepping stones, and we never know the path, right? Like, who knows the path? Whatever path you got planned is not the one that's gonna happen.
Probably
right?
Not,
it's gonna go a totally different direction.
But guess what? It's probably gonna be better than you could have ever imagined. Are you
always
kidding me? Listen, y'all. There are so many jobs that I remember praying for those jobs. Praise God, I didn't get those jobs, because if I got that, then I wouldn't have been able to step into this.
Nope. None of them. Man.
And you will get so many no's, and that's good because you only need one yes. And it's got to be the best yes. It's got to be the best yes. And so I'm grateful. I'm excited. And every day I'm just trying to be better. Every time I'm on the mic, I said, can I do better than I did last time? And let's say you mess up, because man, I mess up. I mess up at the All-Star game. Bro, I messed up at the All-Star.
At the All-Star game? Man, wait, what happened?
I was crying. And like, they were thug tears though.
You're like, listen, we still got this though.
So I was actually feeling myself. I walked out, I'm like, well, I look good, everything, because my stylist had me all looking good for All-Star. And then I was walking back to my dressing room, and a sister stopped me and she said, hey, I don't know if anybody told you this, but you got that dude's name wrong.
Oh.
And I said his name 4 times.
Oh no.
Bro, I got his name wrong. And I didn't even know. I was happy. I was smiling. I'm just having a good time.
Just having a good time.
I was like, All-Star. Man, I'm having a good time. And here I am, mess up his name. And actually, in that moment again, because All-Star was just, 2 months ago. In that moment again, I had watched my tape back, and I messed up. I didn't say his name wrong once. I said his name wrong 4 times. And I found myself again saying, who do I want to be? Do I want to be someone who messes up and backs down? Or do I want to be someone who messes up and then steps up?
Mess up, then step up. It's huge.
Because it's going to happen. You're going to fumble. You're going to lose sales. People are going to say no.
Yeah.
People are going to pay you begrudgingly because they didn't think that you really did a good job. But guess what? If you have another day, you have another chance to get it right. And so, man, I am just a testament of not giving up, trusting the Lord, and using my gift in service to others. And I know you and your gift, bro, when the people who connected us, it was crazy because she sensed the same spirit with us. She was like, yeah, this brother in St. Louis is doing what he needs to do, and you are doing what you need to do. I want y'all to link up because I feel like it would be a great partnership for this conference, and I'm so grateful.
And you know what? I'm excited. We're gonna be hosting this pitch competition, and I'm really looking forward to hearing these corporations' stories, the stories that they tell, these MBEs who they want to come partner with them, who they want to come bring their expertise within their organizations. And I think that, you know, just learning your story and the pathway you took and the chances that you took and the mistakes that you made, and that it didn't let like any of that stuff stop you, it reminds me so much of myself.
Yeah.
And I think as we take that to the stage, like, I think we can bring that energy to them, because so many people, no matter where they are in their career, a lot of them are just, they're not ready. There's a fear that exists where they just don't take those chances and aren't willing to make those mistakes, and they want to play it safe.
Yeah.
And in my experience, it's like, man, when you don't play it safe, you take those chances, you stay after, you wait to talk to the COO, like, even though it's scary and it gets your heart pumping and you get that little feeling in your stomach, like, that's living. Because when it hits, it hits big.
Yeah. So big, right? And like, for me, that was, you know, WNBA first with the Fever, and now with the Pacers.
And then
it just kept
so
going.
Quick.
Yeah,
That's what
quick.
I love about it. It was so quick.
It sure didn't feel like it though. But you,
in the moment, it never does. Though. You know, it never feels quick in the moment. Like I feel like, you know, you never feel like you're making enough progress. Like you have enough momentum. But you know, talk to me a little bit about, like, I know for me, one of the strategies I like to use in those moments is I like to look back and sense gratitude.
Yeah, lots of gratitude.
And really like think about, okay, what have I accomplished? What have I done over the past week, over the past month, over the past quarter, over the past year? And like, just tell me, like, what are some of those tools that you use and that you coach and teach people to use? Because I know that you talk to people about using their gifts. What are some of those tools that you've come up with to really like reset your mindset and make sure that you're always like bringing your best, but also like keeping that momentum going when you may not feel like it all the time?
Bringing your best is something that you truly have to pre-decide at each and every day. When you wake up in the morning, you said, okay, I might have a bad moment, or I might be a little tired, maybe feel a little fatigued, but I'm gonna bring my best today because I owe that to the people around me. I owe it to my business partners to be my best. Because if I'm not feeling good, if I didn't sleep good, if I didn't eat well, how am I gonna produce good results? If all you're putting in is bad, how are you gonna get good out? And so I think when it comes to using your gifts in service to others, it's really not about you. It's about the results and value you can provide to others. And in order to do that effectively, and in order to scale that, you gotta take care of yourself. You have got to take care of your temple. You gotta fill up your cup, however you do it. Honestly, for me, it's rest. It's time with the people that I love and cherish the most. My best friends, my family, and doing things I like. I love to play basketball. I always drive around in my car with a basketball, at least one. Usually one indoor basketball and one outdoor basketball.
Oh, you for real? You said, oh, I'm ready. Like, if it's a hoop, we hooping.
Because I'm not going to use an indoor basketball outside. That's absurd. That's absurd. However, that's reset for me. That's reset. But
therapeutic.
I really do think that we all have to pre-decide, how are we going to do today? Are we going to bring our best? Are we going to win? Or are we kind of going to let the day determine our priorities? No.
We're going to let the day determine our priorities. I love like that. Like, you got to pre-decide. And when you pre-decide, you don't allow the day to get away from you, because it's so easy to phone it in, especially as you're building something independently, whether it's a business or a project or an organization. Like, there is nobody to say, like, stay behind, get up, go do this, make this phone call, follow up with this person. Like, all on you.
No one's gonna, and guess what? And people call you crazy every day.
Oh, no one believes it.
You will tell someone that you're spending $1,000 or more on a website, and people are like, why are you doing that?
What are you doing? What?
But then guess what? You celebrate the person that went on the tropical vacation that they can't afford.
Post about it.
And post. But guess what? We don't celebrate people really on the precipice of doing amazing things.
No, we don't.
Man, people will doubt you. People will speak down to you. And guess what? I just take all that as fuel. Tomorrow night, I'm going to be sitting down with Deion Sanders, Coach Prime.
you know, that's a little flex. I hope y'all heard that. But sit down with Coach Prime.
Because it's prime
for
time.
A prime time interview.
Prime time interview. You feel me?
And so talk to me about that. I mean, that's like, and this is not like a one-off for you. Like, you have a lot of these just really incredible interviews and experiences. But like, talk to me about how you prepare for those, what it's like to be able to do those, you know, how they come about for you. Because these aren't things where you're cold calling people, banging down doors. Like, you're networking your way to these opportunities. So just like, talk to me a little bit about that.
Yeah, in this instance, that I've been able to sit down with Deion Sanders and Shannon Sharp last month, it's actually through an organization called Steward Speakers. And they're a speakers bureau that have been bringing notable African-American figures to the city of Indianapolis for the last 37 years. So they're not new to this. They are definitely true to this.
Yeah.
And I knew who the CEO of this organization is because I've gone to a couple of their programs. And I said, regardless of how, I know I want to be involved. I actually did not think that they were going to let me interview both Shannon and Deion. I thought maybe they'd ask me to MC the event, maybe they'd ask me to intro the speakers. I had no idea that I would be the one getting the prime interview. But I think that's the beauty and the blessing in making the request. If there's something that you see, you better ask for it. Hey, can I be the one? Because guess what? Someone was going to conduct the interview. So why not me?
Wow.
Someone was going to be sitting in that chair. So why not me? And you know what? I used to, you know, kind of be a little nerdy kid, whatever. I had glasses and braces, and there were many reasons that I was counted out. But I think the main reason is maybe I counted myself out and didn't even give myself a chance, you know?
You were walking around with that aura of like, I'm not enough.
Yeah.
Without the confidence. But once you start bringing the confidence and saying, no, I am enough. I am the one. Why not me?
Man, why not me?
Someone's
going to do it, so why not me? Someone's going to start the business and scale it and be on Shark Tank, so why not you? You did, right? And that's why not you? And why not me? Someone is going to host for the biggest and best teams in the NBA and WNBA, so why not me?
Why not me?
Give me the mic, man. Give me the
Give her the mic. Pass the mic. She gonna shoot it.
Pass the mic right now. Pass the mic.
You know, it's one of those things where I remember listening. I want to say it was a rapper, and he said
it wasn't Diddy, right?
No, it wasn't. But it was about how people treat you. And he's like, people treat you the way you ask to be treated. And so if you walk into a space and, oh, you're not confident, you're quiet, and you're whispering, and you're timid, and, oh, I don't think I really deserve this. Great, you don't. Yeah. You don't deserve it. Thank you for affirming that for us. Yeah. But when you walk into a space, you're like, no, I do deserve this. Yeah. Take that shot on me. It's me. I'm the one you were looking for, the one you were waiting for, the one you were thinking about. Period. Like, next thing you know, they're like, that's the one I was looking for, the one we were waiting for, the one we were talking about.
Literally.
And you spoke that into and you brought that into your life. And Olivia, I think like you're masterful at that, you know. And honestly, I kind of like, as I'm listening, I just feel inspired knowing like that this is a journey for you, that it's not like you've been on it forever, but you've just leaned into it in a way that has just grabbed so much traction so quickly. And I know like this is you're in just the beginning stages of this rocket ship that you're on. And you know, I'm just happy to get to know you before I can't know you, you know.
Stop. No. And I mean, I'm thankful, I'm grateful. I'm also enjoying the journey though. I mean, as much as I want to get to level 10, I enjoy the level that I'm at right now. Yeah. Because I knew what it took to get here. I'm grateful for that process because I learned so darn much along the way. And when you learn, that means then you can teach. And when you teach, you provide value to others. I mean, I cannot tell you how many students or people who are trying to do what I'm doing hit me up every day. Olivia, how did you do this? Yep. How can I do that? And I'm here for it. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to use my gift in service to others. And half the gift is speaking, half the gift is telling my story, another half the gift is just encouraging others. Yeah. Man, there is not a time where I've gotten an encouraging message in my inbox and I just didn't eat it up. I love that stuff because it's fuel. I mean, you know how it is. Sometimes this journey can be lonely.
It is always lonely.
Yeah, and guess what? I mean, this is only a 2-seater car, so it's not like you can bring the whole squad. But it is important to have, you know, a couple people who do support you.
The support system is huge because I think we, you know, in this social media age that we live in, everything is always about the destination, right? And the truth is that no matter the destination you have planned, it may not be the destination that you receive.
Yeah.
Like, you may end up in a different spot. And so enjoying the journey portion of it, you know, in my experience, is so critical to even getting to any sort of destination, because otherwise you'll give up too soon.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not where I'm supposed to be, so let me just stop. Not realizing, like, no, just take some enjoyment in this journey. And along the journey, the destination will eventually reveal itself.
Yeah, absolutely.
And how did you like, I think that's something that is kind of rare these days. So how did you end up with a mindset like that of like, let me focus on this journey that I'm having today? And then I also want you to tell me how your support system that you talked about keeps you in that it's a journey and I'm going to enjoy this journey mindset.
I think for me is I can only be one place, and that's where my feet are. So I'm just going to be where my feet are. I really like where I'm at right now. First and foremost, I just love not driving, but this is a nice little thing you got here, man. Okay.
You know, I'm a chauffeur. Actually, I Uber, you know. No,
yeah, oh my gosh. Wouldn't that be funny? It's like, you're actually not a CEO. I'm
an Uber.
Yeah, you're just an Uber.
I only got one seat, though, so they're probably going to kick me off the platform, but it's cool.
That's funny. I mean, at least drive Uber Black, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Uber Black. I would say for me, I mean, being where my feet are is just so incredibly important. And then I understand that it's a journey, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, if you could build it overnight, then you would.
Everyone do it.
Yeah, but everyone would do it. And Rome wasn't built overnight, and neither is this. Mm-hmm. And the great thing about the journey is you can learn and you can have a heck of a lot of fun on the way there. College, right? When you graduate from college, you get that diploma. I don't know about you or other people. Sorry, well, not you, because you got
I also did get that diploma. You know what I'm saying? They said no, not for you, Mr. Shannon.
No, that's funny. But anyway, I mean, I remember when I got my diploma, I wasn't like that happy about it.
Really?
I was like, yeah, it's nice, but
it wasn't fulfilling for you.
No, it wasn't fulfilling for real. For me, it was very anticlimactic. I said, what I remember the most is the relationships. I remember the late nights of studying. I remember running around campus when our football team unexpectedly beat Ohio State. I remember being devastated when our basketball team consistently lost in the Elite Eight. You know, those are the memories that I had, because it's about the journey.
Yeah.
That destination, yeah, it's great, it's fun, but the journey is when you laugh, is when you learn, is when you love.
Yeah.
It's when you create those memories. And so I think for me, yes, I have vision, and I know exactly what I want this to be and look like, but I can't get too obsessed with that I miss what's happening right now. Because if you don't capitalize on the now, what's next, you're not going to know how to navigate it.
And I think that, like, when you see people who are very successful, they're not happy, which happens a lot. I think that always comes because the destination was always the focus.
Yep.
And the thing is, on the journey of life, especially if you want a life filled with success, when you reach the destination, there's always a new destination.
There's always another destination.
As soon as you get there, you're like, well, now I want to go here, and then and so you have to take that joy and the fulfillment in that journey, because you will never reach the destination.
Never.
It's a mirage. Like, no matter where you get, there's always a bigger, huger next plateau that you'll want to achieve, and when you get stagnant, you lose the passion. So you got to keep going. And so, like, I want to focus back on the support of, like, so when you are in those moments where you don't want to get up, you're not feeling it, like, who are those people you call? Like, what does that look like, and what do you recommend for people?
Yeah, well, I'm kind of laughing, because when you need somebody, I mean, you have to be there for you first. You have to be there for you and say, okay, who am I? Yes, I'm going to commit to being her, even if I'm discouraged, even if I'm a little sad, even if I'm tired. I've already pre-decided who I'm going to be. I am someone who's going to show up when I don't want to show up. I'm someone who's consistent. I'm someone who's faithful.
You know yourself.
So I've already pre-decided that's who I'm going to be, regardless of how I'm feeling. I would say, though, the actual people that I call are my mom. She's amazing. She's
gotta have love for the mama.
She's so supportive. She's not soft, though. That's the thing. She's not soft. She will give you a hug and then be like, "Get yourself together, girl."
It's time to get up.
I would also say I'm so blessed to have a really supportive partner. So shout out to my man for just being there for me.
Shout out to my man.
Shout out to my man. Shout out to my man. No, but
that is so important.
Man. Speaking life into me. Just always encourage
someone
me
that supports you when you take chances.
Take chances, man. So take chances. And that's the thing. It's like, hey, I'm putting myself out there like a lot. You got my back? Yeah, I got you. I would say my best friend, I mean, she's rock solid. And sometimes, you know, it's hard. It's hard being friends with someone who's going to be super busy and be traveling and be chasing their dreams until 1 a.m. on their computer, because they can't always hang out and they can't always go get ice cream. But when I can, I'm going to.
I'm there. I'm present.
And so, yeah, mom, man, best friend.
Yeah. and here we got to remember G.O.D. too. Like,
God. Oh, well, he's number one. Stop playing with me. No, that, I mean, seriously, every morning before I wake up, actually before I open my eyes, for real, like that first moment of consciousness, I always give God praise. Always. It's actually kind of weird. Like, I like have that first moment of consciousness, and I'll be like, God, thank you so much. Thank you. And honestly, God, whether you do or you don't, I trust you and I love you, you know? And I'm so grateful. So,
you know, and I think, like, you know, I'm a very spiritual person. Yeah, I'm a very spiritual person, and like, I think that having that spiritual connection, it for me at least, is always that reset I need every day to like start it off with momentum.
Yes.
And if you don't have that, like, and for me it's like, it doesn't need to be Christian, you could be Muslim, you could be whatever, but having that connection that really like gets you going, like, man, it's invaluable.
Yeah.
All right, pause. I got to pull up the GPS so we can get back here.
I was going to say,
that's why I had the alarm set, because I was like, oh yeah, we're going to get. All right, so let me pull this up. I don't think we're too far though.
No, probably within.
All right, let me see. What's that address? Oh, this is great though. This is really, really great.
No, this is going to be good. So do you edit this, or does your...
My media guy's going to edit everything for me. All right, let's see. Cool. Yeah, we're only 9 minutes. All right, so yeah, so what I'm gonna do is wrap it up. Is there anything that you want to talk about in like this last 5 minutes?
No, I would just say just double down on using your gift in service to others, and being bold.
Cool. All right, so, you know, you've told your incredible story, you know, share this incredible journey, the things that make you tick, that keep you going. Like, but what are like 1 or 2 pieces of advice that you'd have for people who, you know, they're like, well, you know, I ain't got all that. Like, you're in the WNBA, NBA, like I can't get there. Like, what's your advice for those people?
I would first say you're wrong. You do have everything that you need. You have everything you need today. Now, it might be a little rough. It might be raw. You might need to like buff it a little bit. You know, you might need to put some makeup on it or something.
You know what I'm saying? A little shine.
But, right. A little razzle dazzle. You know. But what I'm saying is, you already have everything that you need. You already have everything you need to solve the problems and provide the value that you were designed to have. So what I would say is, the area that you are affirmed most often, let's say someone's like, man, you're good at that. That is your gift. That is your gift. It is something that you just do aimlessly. It's simple for you, and people are affected positively by it. That's your gift. I would also say, stop talking negative to yourself. Would you ever walk up to someone and say, you're not good at that? Or say, you didn't do a good job? No, you would never say that. Never. So why are you saying it to you? Are you kidding me? When I look at Olivia in the mirror, I talk so well of her. I'm so nice to Olivia. Even when I'm not maybe feeling my best that day, I affirm myself. I say, I'm capable. I'm wonderful. I'm fine. I'm so pretty. That too. You know.
I look good.
I look good. And I woke up. I'll sometimes go in my bathroom in the morning. Man, I woke up gorgeous again. Look at that. But even when you don't believe it, say it.
Sometimes you just gotta fake it till you make it.
Sometimes. But yeah, stop lying to yourself. You do have what it takes. You do have what it takes. Now, are you gonna have to practice? Yes, because practice makes better. You're not gonna be perfect, but you can make progress. And listen, you don't have to be the best to win, but you do have to be your best.
Wow. Don't have to be the best, but you gotta be your best. I love that.
And what else? I would say focus on what you're doing for others. What is something that I can do in service to others? Am I good at encouraging people? Can I inspire people? Can I organize events? Am I just really timely? Can I show up on time? And can I volunteer to tear down? Can I edit videos and clips for people? Can I hold a camera? Am I a good writer? Do I really like to read? Am I encouraging? Can I just build people up with my words? What can I do to help someone else out? Am I good at cleaning? Can I clean stuff up? Can I organize? There's something that you got.
Something that everybody's got.
Something.
And that they do effortlessly, but provides value to someone else who cannot do that same thing as effortlessly as you.
Am I a good storyteller like you? So not only now are you telling stories, but you're teaching other people how to tell their stories so they can scale their businesses. Come on, we all have something. You might not have a big business yet. You might not have a big contract. You might not have a lot of followers. But guess what? You are someone that's worth knowing if you're willing to use your gift in service to others. So that's what I would say. Mic drop.
Use your gift in service to others. And you said it earlier. If you're out here providing value, like, people will find you, because everyone's always looking for value. Always.
And looking for solutions to their problems. Listen, we all got problems, a lot of them.
I
got 99 problems, but gift ain't one, you know?
Listen, I got gifts on deck.
I got this gift, this. No, but for real, I mean, we all have a gift that we can use in service to others. So get real serious about finding out what it is and use it in service to others as much as you can. And opportunities will come to those who provide value.
Man.
Now, you might have to go run them, chase them down like a hungry dog.
Oh, no, not might. You will.
Yeah,
you will have to chase it down.
And sometimes the chase is ugly.
Look, I have called people every day for 2 weeks to get shit done. Sometimes you just got to do it. But let me tell you, always been worth it.
Always worth it. And better than you could have even imagined type of worth it. I mean.
And you know the crazy thing? Sometimes you call people every day for 2 weeks. They never respond, and all of a sudden you call somebody else one time because you're sick and tired of calling them 20 times.
Yeah.
And then that one person you called one time was like, man, I was waiting for your phone call.
I was waiting for you. Yo, bro, that actually happened to me a couple weeks ago. So I was on deck to host the NCAA women's tournament.
Oh, wow.
So the women's national invitational tournament. It was the first time they've had it sanctioned by NCAA. Anyway, so I was just hopeful that I could host that, right? I'm asking people, I'm connecting. I'm not really hearing a whole lot. And then on a Friday evening, a woman calls me and says, Olivia, we don't want you to host that tournament. We want you to host the whole thing, men's and women's, 4 consecutive days. Better than I could have even imagined.
Whoa.
Better than I could have imagined. And so I'm like, thank goodness I was persistent. Man. Thank goodness I kept putting my name. Hey, can you mention me?
Following up.
Hey, can you slide the My Media kit? Man, I'm so grateful. And just imagine if you would have stopped at the first no.
Man, or the second or the third.
Or the 8th. Or the 18th.
Just look, and I think, like, when you take that stock in the journey, like, you keep going, because you're like, look, eventually some person is going to be the right person that here's what I have to say, and they're going to say yes. And it's just simple as that.
And, like, how many yeses do you need to start off with?
One.
You need like one yes.
So
just increase your frequency, increase your volume with the value you already have, and you're set. You were set. You have a gift, and you have a dream, and your dream is for you. You know, so that's why when I tell people my vision or my dream, and they say I'm crazy, you're like, probably.
Yeah, for you.
For you.
For me, this is right.
For you. But for me, I'm called to this, so let me do it. And sometimes you're called to something before you're qualified to do it. But you figured it out on the way.
On the way.
On the way.
You're called to something before you're qualified. I love that.
Yeah.
I love it.
But then sometimes, like, you just need to worry about getting qualified. You know, because there are all those people that are like, I'm about to be a CEO. I'm like,
I don't need you to be a surgeon if you're not qualified. Okay,
please.
I don't care if you called to do surgery. Like, please, I need to see like lots of qualifications.
Oh, literally. Or like if you're, but you know what's crazy? Like, I don't know if you've ever had surgery. I've never had surgery. But even at the doctor, I don't ask if they have a degree for real. I just trust.
You know what? I actually had, I didn't have surgery, but I got stitches. And let me tell you, this kid was called, he was not qualified. His hands were shaking so bad as he was trying to stitch my 8-year-old busted head up. And,
maybe
and
he's
the
an intern.
Stitches were crooked. Yeah, he was an intern. I think it was his first time. I said, y'all need to get this student out of here.
And now your face.
Man, it was just terrible. But you know what? Maybe he got qualified. Look, he was called before he was qualified.
Exactly. Someone called him.
He's probably amazing now.
Like,
he experimented on me.
Imagine now he's doing like plastic surgery for celebrities.
He's probably, you know what I'm saying? He's probably working for Dr. Miami. Like.
Stop. Oh man, brother, I appreciate you. I'm excited to host this pitch competition. Yes. I'm excited to continue to collaborate too. I mean, this was so cool. Relationships over everything, right? Like honestly, I don't think we ever would have met unless it was for this conference.
We probably never would have.
Isn't that crazy? Even in this social media world where like you could see everything, I don't know if we would have met. So
I mean, there's
I'm
millions of people out there. There's so much noise, and I just believe that you meet the right people when you need to meet them, and
Yeah.
you met them for a purpose.
Yeah.
And so when you're in the space, network, get
Yeah.
people's information, contact, reconnect with them, and you just never know where it goes.
You never know. And right now, we about to go back to the conference.
We're headed back,
We're
so
headed back to the
we're short on
conference.
time. But listen, thank you so much for taking this ride with me.
I appreciate
giving
it.
us the keys to life, the keys to passion, to hope, to making it happen in your life. And I just want to give another big shout out to our sponsors, my friends over at the National Corvette Museum. If you want to get you a ride like this, I wish I had a one mine for $20. Unfortunately, I didn't. But you can if you head over to the National Corvette Museum's website. We'll drop that link in the bio. Other than that, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.